And we do have the ability to fulfill our greatest and deepest desires. And Kabbalah teaches that those greatest and deepest desires were actually implanted within us by the light so that we can manifest them. Welcome back to the Christian Kabbalah channel. I'm so happy you're here. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you have a comment, please leave it below. We would like to hear from you. So before we begin, I want to share a personal story. In my early 20s, as I've discussed in a previous video, I fell in love. The relationship did not work out. And I spent the intervening 20 years plus trying to find the right person. It became my single most burning desire. I never gave up, and through the practice of Kabbalah, I was able to finally meet the right person, fall in love, get married, but it took me an extremely long time. I am sure that every single person in one way or another has something similar, something that you deeply, deeply want, but have yet to be able to actually manifest and bring into your life. Why is life designed this way? And what are these burning desires that we have? Are they given to us by God, or are they given to us by the other side? From what I have encountered with Christianity, these questions are not answered. Christianity, so it seems, is more concerned about our eternal well-being. Where are we going to spend eternity after we pass from this world? Christianity does not really delve into how to improve this life. There is a debate within Christianity that does talk about our ultimate destiny in this world, and that is the debate between predestination and free will. Are we predestined to find Jesus, or do we have the free will to choose whether or not to connect with God or Jesus? There is scriptural evidence for both sides. So within Christianity, it's a sort of unresolved issue. Now, if we look at this idea between predestination and free will and extrapolate it and expand it, there is a really important question, and that is simply, is our life already completely predetermined, or do we have any free will in this life? So what is it that you want most in this world? Are you looking for greater success in your career? Do you want children, have not been able to have children? Are you looking for greater riches or wealth or prosperity or sustenance? Have you been looking for your soulmate like I did for so long and have not been able to find the right person? Why would God give us this life and then leave us greatly unfulfilled? Does Christianity give us the ability to better our lives? Should we even bother trying to better our lives based upon the scriptures of Christianity? So now that we've asked all these questions, we can turn our attention to the Gospel of John. In John 1:5 says this: "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it," or the darkness has not mastered it. This verse is the foundation of our entire spiritual walk. John 1:5 is delineating an overarching spiritual concept and spiritual law of this world. And that is simply that light overcomes darkness in every situation. If we are entering a dark room, all we need to do is flip on the light and the darkness immediately dissipates. Now, this principle that light overcomes darkness also applies to spirituality. If we tap into the light of our soul, that we then as humans are endowed with the power to overcome any darkness that we might experience. Kabbalah uses this as a foundation to the practice of the wisdom. If we access the light of our soul, that it can truly change the reality in which we live. So to illustrate this point, I would like to share with you a situation that happened recently from my own personal life. In my outside life, I am a high school teacher, and last year there was a debate within the department to get rid of the honors program. And I did everything I could to prevent this from happening. This went on for maybe over the course of a year, and I was staunchly against it from beginning until end. Finally, it culminated in a department meeting. The department ultimately agreed to get rid of the honors program. I walked away, even though I fully disagreed with it. I took a step back from my own position and accessed the voice of my soul, listened to the voice of my soul, which was simply, you know what, maybe there are other people that know better than me. And when I did that, I completely let go of the position that I had been holding for over a year. I let it go and I said, you know what, I'm just going to accept the situation for what it is, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to wholeheartedly support the other people in the department. And it was amazing. I walked back to my classroom, and I'm not kidding you, within 3 minutes, a person walked in and they said, you know, Shimon, we agree with everything that you said, and in fact, we are going to keep the honors program. I was shocked. How could that be? That for over a year, I was battling against this. And then basically, the moment that I listened to my soul, the reality completely changed. And completely changed into the way that I desired it to be. This is the power that we have when we tap into the soul, into our soul. And Kabbalah teaches that this is the reason why darkness exists even to begin with. We must know that any time we encounter negativity or darkness, that is there for us to elevate up and above it. When we feel anger, when we feel fear, when we feel any type of negativity, if we have the wherewithal, the ability, this inner strength to meet negativity with the kindness, love, patience of our soul, we change our reality. Now, with this said, we can return to the age-old debate of predestination versus free will. So according to Kabbalah, as controversial as this may seem, almost everything about our lives is predetermined. So Kabbalah teaches that predestination is the law of this world. We are meant to live unfulfilled lives. But on the other hand, Kabbalah teaches that there is a second reality that exists. It is interimposed on this first reality of predestination, and that is the ability to choose the light in the darkness. And we do have the ability to fulfill our greatest and deepest desires. And Kabbalah teaches that those greatest and deepest desires were actually implanted within us by the light so that we can manifest them. And so we can put to rest the debate of predestination versus free will. Those are both realities that exist. The idea of predestination, having everything predetermined before we come into this world, is a definite reality that we live in. Secondarily, we have the ability to elevate up and above our current situation, but it doesn't necessarily just happen. It requires spiritual efforts. We are meant to access the light of our soul so that it triumphs over any darkness that we encounter. And there's one more element to this whole idea, and that is simply that every single time we make an action based upon the desires of our soul, not only do we bend our life towards a life that is completely fulfilled, but it also draws our entire world closer and closer to a world without any pain, suffering, and death. When we change a small aspect of ourselves, we also tip the scales towards a world without pain, suffering, and death. If you resonate with what was said here and you want to begin the process of manifesting a more fulfilling life, please click on the links below. They lead you to pay-as-you-go Kabbalah classes, giving you the power to change your life completely. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. It's been my great pleasure to be able to bring this information to you. If you liked it, please support by clicking the like, subscribe, notification button. Please leave comments below. I want to hear from you. Have an amazing day. I love you all. See you in the next video.